Tale of two manure piles. So I dumped this big load here and realized it was in the wrong place after we changed some infrastructure here. So I'm moving this ton pile of shit to that pile of shit. Once again, just goes to show life is shit and shit is life. And it's the shit that makes the garden grow in all kinds of ways. So here we reworked some stuff, and what we have going on now is we're going to have a back entrance to the property like we always had, but now it is going to come in, go around this. We're going to back up, and that there is going to be the compost and manure drop off. We have gooseberries got planted here. The eastern white cedar aboravita planted there, waiting on the few left to go there. This hole's dug for a persimmon that's coming, hybrid grafted American persimmon. It's going there. I wasn't sure if I'm going to be here when it was going to show up, so I pre-dug it because I go back on the road next Monday. This is where we had to move one of our hazelnuts because there's a sewer line up there. This is a bed we've established with aforementioned manure. We have sunchokes going in back here. The willows, once again, my teeny tiny white cedars, which nurseryman.com loved how they showed up. Beautiful little plants. I highly recommend them. I get nothing for that recommendation, by the way. So this is what I came over to check. These are my river cane that showed up, and I got a refund on, but I am not impressed. Well, I didn't get a refund, I got store credit, which means I had to then buy the I ended up buying wintergreen from them. Tennessee Wholesale Nursery, I would never deal with them again. These plants were crap. I moved bamboo a lot when I lived in Arkansas, and I have moved it, grown it, transplanted it when people said there's no way, and I didn't pay to have that bamboo, and this stuff showed up and it was dead. And the way that my wintergreen showed up, I'm not impressed. It may live, but I wanted to see this. We had a lot of rain the last 2 days. It rained gentle and perfect yesterday before we came out and planted, and then after. Last night we got a pretty good rain. Not horrible, good, but we have water pooling here. So that's my property line where the willow are, and this is my line back here. I think I may end up putting some kind of water feature here, digging that out, moving some soil, berming it up on this side, make myself a little water feature. So here we have an issue of I have holes dug for my big cedar that are showing up from Arbor Day. The first cedar I ordered because I was excited and jumped the gun and bought trees. They're going to be a little bigger, I believe, I hope, than the ones from nurseryman.com, but they're going to go here to cover up all of that. And I have red osier that were supposed to go in front of them, but now we have this elder patch. So I may move this back to in here some, right above this water line. There's a little ridge here that I originally followed, but plant that there and then plant the red osier on the back end of these elderberries, because the elderberries will grow. They can be cut if they get in the way. They can be transplanted, cut down, replanted, because elderberry is great. And then yesterday, what else did we plant? Planted these little guys here, tiny aboravita, teeny tiny aboravita, tongue-tied. And then out here we planted in The wife planted in some plants, comfrey. That's our cherry that we already planted a couple weeks ago. It's putting on leaves, thank goodness. I like seeing green. We got all this done yesterday. Got this bad boy staked. And then we put in here, we put in some currants. We have a currant here and a currant over there. In line with this, we're going to expand the chicken wire fence, which is for the chickens. I gotta get the poles tomorrow, something that'll kind of hide, and we're going to bring it all the way to the back of this. Nice curve back around this current and then back and attach. And then we're going to end up, after we get the mulch, the wood mulch, we're going to go around all the trees, mulch in real good, put a strip of wood chips at the drip lines, make it so I can make 2 passes in here with the mower, call that good. So over here, we had to take out the hazelnuts that we planted. Lots of time, not lots of resources, but lots of good stuff went into that hole. But this happens to be where there is a sewer line, excuse me, that runs all the way over there. So we had to take out the trees because we don't want to have to deal with that. And if they have to come out here at a later date and do sewer work, they can trench it and it won't be, we can dig out any shrubs that are here, but we won't have to deal with trees. So all these Rosa Sharon that were planted by the person we bought it from, they're all dead. Those are all going to come out. These little flags here, actually it goes up to about here. From this flag to that flag out there is the idea for my roof line for my shed. I'm going to build a shed back here that I will have 2 IBC tote water tanks to capture rainwater off this roof. It'll be, what I figure, I think 22 by 12, whatever the math is on that. That's a lot of capture. And then there'll be overhangs on either side, so I could add on some 55-gallon barrels underneath the roof line to catch the rain, and that I can water from here. The shed itself is going to be 8 by 8, big roof over front, the overhang in back for the water, and that way we can have storage, but also in the future, if we are selling produce to people, we can sell from here. This is the retirement plan. As long as the world doesn't go tits up, we'll be okay. So I had to move the mimosa back there to up here. We decided up here because that's the only space. So we're going to have a mimosa here in the corner, a mimosa there. I like mimosas. They're such a pretty plant. And they're just freaking awesome. So that's going to change the solar aspect of this corner, but I don't think it'll be bad. Tomorrow and Saturday, all my other trees, almost all my other trees show up. So I have 2 lilacs and 2 forsythias that are going to go in this row here, and they'll be in front of the mimosa. We had terrible winds and all my dry hay mulch blew off, so have to go through and put some manure on that. This is a quince that I got and put in the other day before the rain. I got to mulch it really good. That's one thing I forgot to do yesterday. We closed off this entrance and are going to continue with the sumac through there. And then I have another quince, which he's got green on it. That's all I want to see is some green. This is the hand dug and turned over prairie grass patch that we're going to have, and then we're going to start bringing in amendments to build this soil up here for the lavender and prairie sage, western prairie sage. We're going to give it a try. It wants calcareous soil. How do you build calcareous soil? Limestone and sand, I guess, and some soil to hold some nutrients. But then back here, we're supposed to get wood chips. So once again, the wood chip pile will go here. I started on the arbor because I had the mental capacity to go ahead and do that. So I've still got to get it tied or pinned or both. But this is the east or west side of it. And we'll have another one over here. And what we're going to work on is funneling from the back where you pull up, walk up here, come through, go that way and around to the paths. Then this side, we're going to have another one for the arbor, and it's going to funnel you over here, which after it's all said and done, this is where the blueberry arbor is going to go. I'm going to move that pile over there that has the pine needles and the manure, bring it over here, moving shit, and get the bed ready. And then wood chips and every other amendment I can think to that soil. And then start building that cattle panel arbor for that. So that's why, part of the reason why I have to move this pile of manure is because it's in the wrong spot. And we're back here where we started. All starts with the almighty pile, and it ends with the almighty pile. Have a beautiful day, y'all.